Yo, 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 yo. What's going on? And I'm gonna start talking to them a few people get on here. Keep it lead. Appreciate that. Keep it lead. Appreciate that. Yeah. I just want to talk a little bit about what Abundant was talking about earlier. Because money is a language. You know, something a lot of people don't know. Money is a language. But you gotta understand. Money is a language. It must be understood. I remember them saying something about like you can take the streets and apply it to some 1% legit. You know what I'm saying? They say that some of the best entrepreneurs are street gurus, retired street gurus. And, I believe that wholeheartedly because yeah, I'm gonna say hot parts. I believe that because I used to be in the streets. And I took everything from the streets and applied it to my own business. Everything. took everything from the streets, applied it to my business. Everything. From like being like, feeling like that, just the hustle mindset, hustle mentality. Taking, acting up with this. One thing I remember being in the streets, when I was out in the streets, I remember being in the streets for 12, 13, 14, sometimes 24, 48, 72 hours straight. Wouldn't go home, take a shower, wouldn't take a bath or nothing. Like just be in the streets. So that was one thing I applied when I opened up my business. I'm like, I'm gonna be consistent. Open at a certain time, I'm gonna close at a certain time. And every day that I say I'm gonna be open, I'm gonna be open. Every day I say I'm gonna be closed, I'm gonna be closed. So that's what I did. I just sat in that boy. When I first opened up, I was having 1-2 customers a day. I remember my first day opening up, grand open. We put it all on Facebook, social media and stuff. And I remember making like $500-600 that day. My very first day. My very first day. The very second day, the very next day, the second day I was open, I made about $30-40. Yeah, $30-40. But guess what? I didn't quit. I just sat there and go 9 hours I was open. I think I was open from 11 to 8 at the time. And I just stayed open. Next day, same thing. Maybe $40-50 the third day. They went on like that for weeks before I actually started making some money. I took that like, and not even no real money, just a couple of $100 a day. You know what I'm saying? But didn't know real money started coming through my door in my shop about 2-3 years later. So I literally just sat there for 2-3 years, just sitting there waiting. And I remember he was saying too something about like, money, you don't got to chase money. And that's a fact. You don't. You got something going on, money don't come to you. You ain't got to go chase it. You might have to advertise it, you might have to market it, and stuff like that, but you ain't gonna have to chase it. That was another thing I applied. When I was selling drugs, what I did was I just picked a corner. When I was coming up, it was open air drug sales. That means we ain't use like y'all using these new days, y'all phones and all that type. We just stood on the block and stood there and waited till somebody came back. And then I remember setting up a few blocks where I just I give away free bags and stuff like that, just to keep people coming. Get them on that, give them a taste of it, and they gonna come back. That's kind of how I did that shop too. Give somebody something for free, give them a taste of it, like give them a taste of that ice cream or something, like, and then come back for it. That's just how I did. You sit down on TikTok. I don't be reading all the community guidelines. If I get blocked, I get blocked. Where is my YouTube family? You know I usually go live early in the morning. It's just a test run though. I'm gonna try to start doing this more often though. Don't get late at night, you just spark up the conversation. See, I took them street rules, man, and I just applied to entrepreneurship. That's what a lot of people like, man, you know, hard. But hey, that's how I went the streets. If I would not do that, you know, legal. But TikTok, I know y'all be looking for them clowns and shit on there. I ain't one of them. It'll be about serious business. Yo, 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 yo. Yeah, just stand and he ask me something. What's up? What's up? Saying, yeah, I ain't used to this. But I'm getting used to it though. We gonna get this going eventually. One thing I know about the game is consistency is key. Consistency is key. I'm all about consistency. All about consistency. All about consistency. That was another thing that I learned from the streets. That being consistent, and people gonna become looking for you. into that shit, they gonna become looking for you. So what I did was I made sure I was out there. I made sure I was out there. The same thing I do with my shop. I make sure I'm there every day, consistent. Consistent. Yeah. But don't nobody know, man. I'm usually on the train. I'm usually on the train. We on here chopping it up today. I'm gonna let this live go for a few more minutes. Don't nobody jump on it, then I'm gonna get out of here. I shouldn't have said that. Don't nobody know I'm in here talking to myself. One thing about me though, I know I be about my business, and I know I be consistent. Consistency is key. We just knew my man, my man's DJ L was gonna come here, nephew, come here and chop it up with me. That's all I need. Come on, who is that? Say something. Yeah, starting my business. $1,500. $1,500. We opened ice cream candy slash restaurant in the middle of winter. Well, not the middle of winter. Fall 2016. October. It's October now. 9 years. So it was cold outside. We opened the ice cream candy slash restaurant. And it really wasn't even no restaurant at that time. We kind of grew it. All I really had was like nacho. That was it. I didn't really have no nacho. I just had cheese. That was it. I had 16 flavors of ice cream. I got 32 now. You know what I'm saying? Expanded that. Went from just having cheese and put on some chips to having jerk chicken nachos, jerk steak nachos, Italian beef, chicken, chicken wings, chicken tenders, chicken sandwiches, Polish hot dogs. What else we got in there? Cheese sticks, uh, loaded fries, all types of shit. Shut up now. I just kept going. I never stopped. I just kept putting everything into it. And then every little dime I made at the beginning, I took that little money and kept putting it in, kept putting it back in, kept putting it back in. Doubled it out. Everything I made, put it back in. That was another thing I wanted to address too. Everybody like some people feel like, and my point with you, I don't care how positive you is, how righteous you is. God said He's gonna reign on the just and the unjust. You know what I'm saying? And I believe that with all my heart because I be trying to walk as righteous as I could walk. You know what I'm saying? We go these past 10, 15 years and it still be raining sometimes. Shit just happen. That's just part of life, man. You was not gonna go through this life. Shit don't happen. And it's like, me and my wife talk about this was levels to the struggle. So it's like when they say that they're saying what they say, no money, no problems, that's facts. You know what I'm saying? Because the more money you got, The more money you got, the more issues you gonna have come about. So you're gonna have to be prepared to take care of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Everybody don't I don't believe that money's supposed to be just sitting over there. A lot of people think money's just supposed to sit somewhere and stack up. That ain't true. You're supposed to make your money work for itself. You know what I'm saying? Simple as that. But I also believe you got to put some money away for rainy days. You know what I'm saying? So you won't be scrambling, having to pull money from here, pull money from there. You can just go straight over here, grab that. Now, if you're going to take that you got sitting over there for emergencies, which I don't do, I got emergency funds and I do not touch it. And I try to put a little bit to it, you know, at least a couple times a week, add a little more to it. You know what I'm saying? Especially when I got properties, you know what I'm saying? I got a whole business I got to take care of, you know. So we definitely got to be ready for emergency. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care how righteous you are, how positive you are. If you believe in karma and all this shit, I don't care. It rain on the just and unjust. I don't care how righteous you are. Shit gonna happen. You better be ready for it. You know what I'm saying? You better be prepared for it. You better be prepared for it. And I don't be, you know, power of the tongue. I believe in that for sure. Power of the tongue, but I believe it's life and death in that for sure. I believe that. But I don't want partner and soul. But hey, when it comes just to life and shit gonna happen, but you know what I'm saying? That shit gonna happen. Like I said before, I got a house. I don't got no apartment where I pay rent, and the pipe started leaking under the sink, and I'm calling the maintenance man, and we're going to just kind of fix it. Let's go, property management. You know what I'm saying? Now, something go out of my house, I got to take care of that shit. Ain't nobody come to save me. You know what I'm saying? I better be prepared for that shit. So this ain't knocking how nobody live their life. You just tell me that. I mean, that's how you want to live. You know what I'm saying? Carefree. Like shit don't happen. Hey, do your thing. But me, I learned that from my mother-in-law. I was out here carefree, boy. You know, God with me. Ain't nothing gonna happen to me. Everything good. You know what I'm saying? She's like, boy, okay. I'm like, skip tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Tomorrow, I promise nobody. Yeah, okay, nah. But hey, uh, what if uh, what if tomorrow do come? You know what I'm saying? Are you ready for it? And what life ready to throw at you for tomorrow? You don't let tomorrow worry about itself for sure. But are you prepared? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I don't agree with we have to pay 10, 15, $20,000 to get put in the dirt. You know what I'm saying? It's time for the transition. Put this mortal body off. You know what I'm saying? And this flesh gotta go to the dirt. I don't agree with that. Hey, but what can you do? This is the world we live in America. So what you gonna do? You know, complain about it, you're gonna be right. You're gonna be ready for it. You know what I'm saying? So I know if something happened to me, ain't no GoFundMe's for me. My wife ain't gonna be on the internet talking about GoFundMe. You know, something happened to my brother, my children, God forbid. You know what I'm saying? Something happened to my wife. You know what I'm saying? Before me, everything already prepared. Everything already prepared. You know what I'm saying? Everything. And not only that, we got insurance. We also got a little change. You know what I'm saying? So we ready for shit. So that's all I be saying. Motherfuckers better be prepared. We'll say black. If you ain't ready, black. Shit, the money always supposed to be it's not supposed to be just sitting over there. I don't know why people think, that's what they supposed to do, just sitting there. Money supposed to be working. Money supposed to be working for itself. Money supposed to be working. And I ain't really, that's another thing too. Ain't no such thing as passive income. Ain't no such thing as passive income. Say you trade stocks. You still got to go in that motherfucker and play around, watch, you got to get up, watch the market, all that shit. You know what I'm saying? You got to make sure money right over here, money over, you got to know when to pull it, when to put some more into it and all that shit. Ain't no passive. You got a vending machine. What you got to do, you got to go to that motherfucker, you got to pull the money out, you got to put chips and candy in that motherfucker. If it break down, you got to have money over there to get that motherfucker fixed. If you got a laundry, I've been thinking about opening a laundry that too. You know what I'm saying? Properties. Time I turn around, they call me for something down there. This need to be done. That need to be done. You know what I'm saying? Unexpected shit. That's why I live by the code. Always expect the unexpected. You never know what tomorrow will bring. You go out, I be seeing people all the time. They have a car one day, next day they on the bus. You know what I'm saying? Get up, you go get in your car, drive this, I see motherfuckers riding around on donuts. You know what I'm saying? You go up, see people riding around on donuts for weeks to their next payday. Sometimes you see that same car riding around on a donut for months. You know what I'm saying? They never get that motherfucker fixed. You see some of them girls and them dudes, they be pulling up at the club on a donut. They park that motherfucker all the way around the corner before they go in because they don't want nobody to see them getting out that motherfucker with that donut up the side of their own on their wheel. You know what I'm saying? Because they ain't got no money. They out partying, kicking. They ain't got no money to get their tire fixed. That's an asinine to me, man. It's called priorities, man. Bullshit second, man. Bullshit second. Me, I don't do a lot of bullshit. You know what I'm saying? I did a lot of my bullshit when I was young, which I try to preach to my children, like, don't do that shit. Go get that motherfucker shit early. Fuck you around bullshit, bro. You got all that energy. You young, you see that? You got all that fucking energy, and you using that shit, bullshitting around and shit. Just bullshit. Wasting time and shit. You supposed to be out crying. And it's so many, like my man was saying, so many different avenues legally that you can make money nowadays. And the thing about it, everybody want it overnight. They want that fast money. They want that money real fast. You know what I'm saying? Instead of slow and steady, man. Just now you can have a regular job, Uber on the side, you can eat, you can Uber drive, you can do so many different things you can do. Second, how you do a little side hustle. I know my man was saying like he do surveys and shit like that. Like, man, so many different ways, man. It might be little one. You could go Uber and make you go work your 9 to 5, get that money, get off, go Uber for a couple hours, make the extra $100 every day. You know what I'm saying? That you done bought you a car, but that car ain't making no money for you. You know what I'm saying? My wife always tells me put my shit on turbo. You know what I'm saying? Whatever that shit called, rent my shit out. I just got a problem with that. I don't like motherfuckers drive my shit. But I could definitely go make my shit make money for me and motherfuckers to rent my shit for sure. My shit hard as hell. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers to rent my shit. If I put it out there. You know what I'm saying? I got a 550 GLS. You know what I'm saying? 24-inch forges. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers ride they rent my shit just to go joyride for them. Motherfuckers rent my shit just to go to the club for a weekend. Yeah, there's rules to this shit, man. Yeah, I took that shit from motherfucking uh like like that first solid year in 2017. Because I opened October 2016. So that first full year, 2017, I probably made about 40, 45 racks. Oh yeah, most motherfuckers quit. And that's another thing. Do not start your business off a trend. Remember when it was the pandemic and shit, motherfuckers, the so-called pandemic. Everybody wanted to start trucking and buying box trucks and shit. And then soon as that shit was over with, motherfuckers was trying to sell their box trucks because the truck industry was booming because everybody was stuck at home. So everybody was ordering shit online. Motherfuckers wasn't moving around and shit. So everything motherfuckers wanted and needed, they was ordering that shit. You know what I'm saying? So the truck industry was booming. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers always trying to copy what my shop and shit, copy my shop. You see motherfuckers, oh man, I've been there for 9 years, I promise you. I done known at least 20 different shops open up. It was simply man, just because they thought they could do what you do. You know what I'm saying? God will give you a vision. God will give you a vision for your life. And motherfuckers will come along and be like, I'm finna do that too. And that ain't even your plan for your life. You know, that ain't even God's plan for your life. You know what I'm saying? You gotta go seek kingdom of heaven. You know what I'm saying? You gotta go seek the king and all these things will be added unto you. You gotta go see God plan for your life yourself. You can't take somebody else's vision or plan and and try to go apply it to your life and then wonder why it don't work. And another thing too, everybody they see the front end of the deal, they see the people, they see you out there serving people. They don't see you like I'm closed on Sundays and I'm closed on holidays. But guess what? This past Sunday, I was running for that motherfucker. I was in the stock and shit, doing shit in that motherfucker for at least 3, 4 hours. Guess what? Monday, I had to go in there and prep, get shit together for the start of the work week. You know what I'm saying? I was in there for another 3, 4 hours. You know what I'm saying? Every day I'm working. Every day I'm working. That's how they like in the game. When I was in the streets, it was like every day I was working. Even the days I wasn't out trying to sell them, I was somewhere cooking something, cooking up that shit or bagging that shit up or something. You know what I'm saying? Like I remember, so I used to like I had certain days when I go re up. You know what I'm saying? I was double up days, I go re up. You know what I'm saying? And on my re up days, I always took that day off. I just like I take the day off from the streets whenever I had to re up, whether it was a couple of days later, a couple of weeks later, a couple of months later, whatever it was, I took that day off and I just sit there, I bag my shit up, cook my shit up, bag food, you know, sundown, bag that shit up. And then after that, I kind of celebrate. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, okay, flip that shit. I got some more something, so I can just chill. So you know, time smoke weed and shit. You know what I'm saying? I just smoke out and just kick it that day, get dressed, on some clothes, and just be out fucking off and really trying to sell nothing. You know what I'm saying? And the next guy get back on my brain. But I was still working though. I still spent some time working. You know what I'm saying? Even on them days off. That's the same with this shit. It ain't no days off. We always work. That's how I apply this shit. I just grind, just keep grinding, keep grinding, keep grinding, keep grinding. I don't. And I set myself small goals. I got myself big goals. So it's some things I want to accomplish. You know what I'm saying? Like I always say, I want to be on the nice ass cribs on the private beach somewhere in the Caribbean, on Puerto Rico. You know what I'm saying? U.S. territory, of course. You know what I'm saying? U.S. territory. I want to be U.S. territory in the Caribbean islands of Puerto Rico with a private house on a private beach. That's my end goal. You know what I'm saying, man? Not no resort, not no hotel going on vacation. I want to have a vacation home. I go chill for 2 months out the year. January, February, maybe December, January, February, because that's when it's the most beautiful weather and, and weather conditions in the tropics. You know what I'm saying? So that's when I go visit. You know what I'm saying? Just sit and chill for a couple of months and come back home. You know what I'm saying? Come back to Chicago. That's my ultimate goal. You know what I'm saying? And uh, hopefully one day maybe I can buy me my I always make a goal real high. So it's almost like Les Brown say you shoot for the moon, but if you miss at least you'll punch the stars. So I always make me a real high goal. So my other high goals is to order me a Lamborghini. But if in case I can't order me one, I might just buy me a used. You know what I'm saying? But that's one of my high goals too. That's just a couple of things that's desires of my heart. You know what I'm saying? Them desires of my heart. Everybody don't want the same things. You know what I'm saying? You don't supposed to be wanting anyway. But that's definitely something that I don't need. You know what I'm saying? But it's definitely a couple of my heart's desires. You know what I'm saying? When you said God give you your heart desire, but you gotta work for it though. So that's that. Till then, man, I'm getting up and I'm just going to get it. We just grind. That's it. So I'll be doing this. Grinding this shit out until we manifest everything we look for. You know? Until I check out this bitch. I'm gonna die trying. Either I'm gonna get to it or I'm gonna die trying. Simple as that. I'm gonna get to it or I'm gonna die trying. Simple. Yeah, so I just be, even with like the dumping up. So I'm like, okay, I ain't do this when I was in the game in the streets. I ain't do this because I ain't know how to do it. I ain't know money was a language. I ain't know how to sacrifice and none of that. But I applied it to this because I'm older now, wiser. I understand the game. I understand the language of money. I understand how to sacrifice. You know what I'm saying? I know how to like separate my needs from my heart's desires, from my so-called wants. I know how to separate all that. I know how to separate my priorities from bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So it was like I told you when I first opened, I made like on my opening day, I made like 500. Guess what I did? To make 500, I had to sell a lot of stock in the store to do that, right? So what I did with that 500, I took that shit back to the shop, to the store, to the wholesale places, and re-upped. You know what I'm saying? And re-upped. Now, for the first few months, I wasn't making any real money, you know. As I told you, that second day, third day, it probably was 40, $50. Motherfucker would quit. You know what I'm saying? But I wasn't selling no stock. So I still had stock. So it was like, okay, let's just keep selling this shit. Let's just keep showing up. Let's just keep showing up. Let's just be consistent. Make sure we open when we say we're going to open. Make sure we close when we say we're going to close. We're going to stay consistent. Especially as a black owned business, because we got this stigma on us where we don't be open when we say we're going to be open. We don't close when we say we're going to close. So that was one of my things that I made sure I was going to be consistent. And, you know, I did that shit. And then it was like, you know, I just took that money every time it was time to go back to the store. I made sure I was putting that stock money back away. I wasn't spending that shit. I was putting that shit away. I made sure I was putting my bill money to the side. I was making sure I put my taxes to the side. I was making sure I took care of my bills. You know what I'm saying? And if I had anything little left over, we first opened, maybe we'd go out to eat or something. You know what I'm saying? But it wasn't looking. You know what I'm saying? But it wasn't no point. As soon as I make a little money, I'm gonna go to the club and go buy some clothes and stuff. You know what I'm saying? I remember I had some ACGs. You know what I'm saying? First, I had some hoes with ACGs and shit. And I took, I wore them motherfuckers for the first 3 years straight. I remember telling motherfuckers, you know how Facebook is, you connected to like people you grew up with, or you connected to like, friends, family and shit, people you grew up with. You know what I'm saying? Facebook is it's a more close knit community on Facebook platform. And I remember like telling motherfuckers like, I'm always wear Levi's for the rest of my life. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna wear Levi's. You know what I'm saying? But that's how you think when you ain't really never, touched no real money before. So, you just be this little more like no matter how much money I make, I'm always wear Levi's. That shit wasn't true. Just got a great workout. How's it going with you? That's what's up, Justin Aaron. That's what's up, bro. I got mine in here. I'm doing this challenge too. This 400 reps, 400 reps for 100 days straight. And we on today was day 90. I got day 90 in the bag. You know what I'm saying? Day 90 in the bag. That's what's up, though, Justin Aaron. Yeah, and it's full body. We know I do calisthenics, so it's all body weight. So like we do he wants you to do full body, but we really just doing Hindu, what up? Yeah, props to you, no doubt. Appreciate that. Yeah, so you want to do full body, but it's without. If you want to do just 400 push-ups, that's cool too. Sometimes, if you want to do 400 squats, that's cool too. So it'd be some days I do full body, it'd be some days I do, I just go hard and just, you know what I'm saying? Do burpees, push-ups, squats, all that shit. But yeah, I'm really in here. I'm chopping it up on about how I fly on the street. How I did what I did in the streets and apply it to the legit bit. Julian Bernie, what's up? What's up? What's up? How you feel, bro? Julian Bernie, where you from, bro? Julian Bernie, where you from? Yeah, but I just kept taking a little bit of money I was making, and I just kept like my man Pop said, not double up, not doubling up ever since. I seen live, had to stop and support you. I got to post some more to my gallery on here. No doubt, no doubt. That's what's up. Canada. That's you, Julian. Yeah, I usually be seeing you on Julian. What's up? I usually be seeing you on my phone, man. I'm live on my laptop today, man. That's why I ain't recognized. You can't laugh out loud. Yeah, I'm in here talking about the shop though, Julian, tonight, man. I heard Monday talking a little bit earlier, and I was kind of like, just putting my little 2 cents into that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, A lot of people, and you always inquiring on what you know about it. It takes a lot of sacrifice and grind to make that shit happen. 61 pages, okay, that's what's up. That's what's up. Now remember what I told you before. Hey, knowledge without application is just knowledge. Now, we ain't saying just get to it right now. You know what I'm saying? But you know what you get out of that, make sure you apply that shit. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't be reading no books. I don't be reading. Only book I'll be getting into is the Word of God. That's it. As far as that, I might go into other stuff just to, reference to that. You know what I'm saying? Get a better understanding. But I don't be messing. I just go hard. That's it. When I first started my business, I had a clue what I was doing. I ain't know nothing about business. You know what I'm saying? Nothing. I just learned on the go. You know what I'm saying? I just learned on the go. I went and got the space, put my shit in there. I didn't even know what I was gonna do, Julie, to tell you the truth. My shit just kind of unfolded like that little girl. She had an ice cream shop. Trajectory change, what's up? Yeah, she had an ice cream shop. She had closed down. She had equipment in us in storage. She was tired of paying for the store. At the same time that I opened up the shop, like fuck, give it to me. Took that shit, put it in the shop, and this what it turned into. 9 years, I went from making. I was telling them earlier, I went from making like 40,000 to 50,000 my first year, and this is gonna be my 9th year. In October will be my 9th year, and I ain't even all the way finished with the year. I still got a quarter of the year left, and I'm already in the mid 400,000 range. And this is my 9th year. You know what I'm saying? But it took years to get to this point. A lot of sacrifice, a lot of blood, sweat, and tears for sure. What's up, OG? I see dope set up. No doubt. Appreciate that you take the time. Appreciate that. I do. This motherfucker ain't always look like that in here, man. Straight up, it didn't always look like that. This was just my little bullshit office, you know what I'm saying? No gambling, we got you. Yeah, right. Yep, no gambling. No gambling. But I ain't gonna lie, I go to it's a casino in Indiana, in Hammond, Indiana. That's right. You go drive south a little bit, and it's really about maybe 30 minutes from my house. Every now and then I go to the Horseshoe Casino. You know what I'm saying? And spend a couple hours. Matter of fact, I went about a few weeks ago. Went in that motherfucker and cracked their ass for about 3 racks and left out. Got that shit was gone. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so true. Action. Yup. Action. Action. It's all about the action, man. Yeah, but no gambling though, really though. Like not like taking make me some money today and I run straight to the motherfucking casino or go play lottery and try to I ain't rush the process, man. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's trying to take steroids or some shit. You know what I'm saying? I just trust the process. I'm just gonna keep on doing my push-ups and pull-ups and shit and trust the process. I ain't finna try to. Hey man, it was this Chinese shop and I remember we used to go in there and we used to be trying to get stuff, right? And it was like, we don't got that today. We don't got this today. We don't got that today. And eventually they closed. And the dude, it was a cleaner next door to the Chinese shop. And they was Chinese too. And he was saying that was his brother-in-law. And he actually had to shut down because they play, the Chinese folks, they go to the casinos and play what is it called, baccarat, something like that. But he actually lost his business because he said every night after he'll run his shop all day, and after he run his shop, he'll go straight to the casino and play baccarat or whatever that shit called, and he fucking lost his motherfucking money, his business. He said he lost his family and all that shit, trying to fucking come up fast. Instead of just keep grinding out your business, just keep grinding and grinding and grinding and shit, let money add up and shit. You try and rush the process and shit. And rushing the process, I you have something that was done and get sick cell and shit. And that's when I understood why every time we go in that motherfucker, he ain't have. I'll be like, give me a large beef fried rice. We don't have no beef today. What the fuck you mean? Ain't got no beef today, motherfucker. What? Ain't no more cows in the world and shit. The cows are they extinct now. What the fuck you mean? Ain't got no motherfucking beef fried rice, motherfucker. Yesterday I did my first 100 pull-ups at 210 pounds. That's what's up, Drew. How you do it? Did you do it in? Did you go? I know you ain't do 100 straight, but did you do it like back to back, or did you do it in a circuit? You know what I'm saying? And what was the reps like? So even the Chinese fuck up is. So hell yeah, everybody fuck up is. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody don't have the same. Everybody don't have the same mindset. But the thing about most people who come to America, they be having a different mindset. Like when they come from like third world countries and shit like that, when they come to America, they be having a different mindset. Because you know, most of the third world countries, you gotta have like a go get mindset. You gonna move, starve. You know, over here, I call them spoiled ass Americans. You can sit over here on EBT, Section 8 and shit. You know, you can just go to the offices and have fucking taxpayers. You know, you ain't gonna live great, but you will eat. You know what I'm saying? But in some of the third world countries, you don't get your ass up to go hustle. Your ass ain't gonna eat. You know what I'm saying? So when they come over here, what we look at, I ain't going out there and eating, cutting no grass and shit. I remember this dude, he cut my grass in my shop. And he always, them up for copy one day, man, it's hot, Mr. B. I ain't gonna be out there today, it's too hot. Shit, they looking at that shit like, you know, fuck, it could be 150 degrees. They gonna get that money, man. You know what I'm saying? Shit, they like too much risk. Gambling all their money over here. That's too much risk. If I'm a risk son, it's gonna be in my business. You know what I'm saying? Because you know, opening a business is a risk in itself. You know what I'm saying? You don't know if it's gonna succeed or if it's unfair. But you get out of it, what you put into it. That's how I look at everything. You know what I'm saying? So if you go hard enough, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna succeed. If you don't quit, you don't give up, you're gonna succeed. Say most success of 5, few of 10 though. That's what's up. That's good money, that Joker. That's good money. Now let's try to get at least 50 every day, about 5 days a week, every week. Let's try to get at least 50 every week, every day, at least 5 days a week. That's my goal. My goal is at least 50 pulls a day, at least 50. Some days it's 100, you know, some days it's 2. Shit. I think the most I get is like 500. Yeah, I'm at least 50 every day. But yeah, open the business, this stuff is on, man. You know what I'm saying? You don't know if it's gonna succeed or not. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta keep on pushing, man. You gotta just don't quit. You know, it's a Les Brown. I heard the story from Les Brown. When you get it, when you get a chance, look up the Chinese bamboo tree by Les Brown on YouTube. Y'all be chance. We gonna talk about this bamboo tree. This Chinese bamboo tree, right? What you do is they bury the Chinese bamboo tree, right? It's a seed. It started as a seed, right? So they bury it, they start watering. But it ain't like no regular plant. It ain't like the American bamboo tree. You know what I'm saying? You gotta keep watering that motherfucker. It takes about, I think he said about 5 years before it like sprout, before it even sprout. 5 years of just sitting there watering the dirt. Now you planted this seed and you watered this dirt. Now you just gotta have faith. This motherfucker gonna grow one day. And that shit take about 5 years for it to even bust out the ground, before it even sprout out the ground. But say after it sprout out the ground, after I think about 7 to 10 months, that motherfucker be 7 to 10 feet tall or some shit, right? You know what I'm saying? It grows 7 to 10 feet tall in like 7 months or some shit. I can't remember exactly how it go. I'm gonna listen to it myself again, but when you get a chance, check out the Chinese bamboo tree by Les Brown, and it make a lot of sense. And they say if you can if you can start a business, and if you can hang in there, if you can hang in there between 3 to 5 years, you got a great chance of that boy being very successful. You know what I'm saying? If you could just make it through that first 3 to 5 years of opening the business, you know what I'm saying? And that take a lot of blood, sweat, tears, aggravation, frustration, because you ain't really seeing no money, but you working hard as hell. But if you can make it through that 3 to 5 year period, usually you'll be out after that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, strong foundation for sure. I can't lie. It feels good after a great workout week on Fridays. No doubt. That's what's up, Jackie Chan. I can't wait till I feel that. We've been on this 100-day challenge and shit. Me and Abundant been on this 100-day challenge. We're on day 90 though, so I'm coming up on that rest day, man. I think I'm gonna go back and do my math over these past 100 days, but I know I'm somewhere right now. In 90 days, I'm somewhere probably at about at least 50 to 55,000 reps. 50 to 55,000 reps, man. It's been some days I done did 1,000 reps, some days I done did 2,000, some days I done did 1,500, 1,200, 900, 800, 700, 600. And it's been a bunch of 400, 450, 500, 550 days, a bunch of them. So we've been working our ass off. Every muscle on my body sore, every muscle on my body tight. You know what I'm saying? I was doing motherfucking a circuit yesterday with 10 pulls in it, man. I was breaking by the time we got to the third round, man. I broke on them 10 pulls, man. My motherfucking lats and shit so motherfucking tired and blow out. Man, 50,000 reps on the human body up. And that's just over the past 90 days. So I've been training for like over 3.5 years now. So just imagine how many reps I need. Fucking, I'm probably somewhere over 1,000,000 reps and shit past. So that's all it is. It's just consistency, man. It's consistency and trusting the process. That's all it is. Just consistency. And it's the same. And that's the thing, because I had got up to like damn near 240 pounds. Real talk. No doubt. Appreciate it. Yeah, I was like close to 240, 250 pounds, man, close to 3.5 years ago. But when I was like, I want to get into my summer clothes, so I started like doing a bunch of cardio trying to lose weight. But it's crazy how my application in the shop turned into my training, my consistency, my go hard attitude, my get up and get out there attitude. It just transformed, and I couldn't stop. It went past me just getting into my summer clothes, and my summer clothes was a double X. I was on my way to a triple X. And look, I'm only 5'7". I'm a little dude. You know what I'm saying? Can't be short and fat. So I'm like, let me lose a little weight so I can get me these double X's. You know what I'm saying? I had clothes and still with tags and shit. I wouldn't wear my shit. Guess what? I'm in a fucking medium now. I still can't wear that shit now. I'm bad as hell, man. I'm bad as hell. I will give a lot of that shit to my brother. I'm like, I'm keeping this shit, man. Just in case I get fat again, fucking, I have some clothes. I gotta go buy no new wardrobe and shit. Nah, I'll probably get that shit to the real or something one day or something. Just get that shit. That's gonna hurt my heart though to give away some of that shit. Man, I got some shirts with tags. Man, I got like some cactus, some cactus jack shirts and shit that collab with Jordan and shit. Man, cost me like $200 for a motherfucking t-shirt type shit in my motherfucking closet. Yeah, I can't even wear. So I pray you don't got to punch nobody. I hope I don't need to change it, but we don't move like that. But hey, we definitely be on defense. I can do what I gotta do. We don't never be on offense. Damn, that's dope. 2X to me. What you mean 2X to you, man? What you mean? Oh, 2X to medium. Okay, yeah. Appreciate that. That went from a 2X to a medium in 3.5 years, man. Trust the process, y'all. Trust the process. Trust the process. You know what I'm saying? Trust the process. But yeah, everything go back to fucking um, your grind and your mindset, like, you know what I'm saying? And that's what we were saying earlier too. You gotta see that shit first in your mind. Even in I apply this shit to every part of my life. It's the same mindset, everything. Even when I was losing weight, I'm like, okay, I was setting myself little goals. Okay, I want to lose 10 pounds, 2 months. It ended up being 30 pounds in 3 months. You know what I'm saying? So I met that goal. Then I set another goal. All right, I want to lose another 10 pounds. I got on it. You know what I'm saying? Lost another 10. And I just kept setting little goals. I kept reaching them, and I applied another goal. And that's the same thing I did like with my business. You know what I'm saying? Like when I get this certain amount of money, I want to expand this motherfucker. When I get this up, when I come up with this money, I'm gonna add more ice cream. I'm gonna add more shit to my menu. And I just kept doing that shit. You know what I'm saying? And I got other income sources too. I got properties and shit. You know, it don't bring in. It pay for itself, but it don't bring in, no real money. But any extra money help. You know what I'm saying? So can you say that's right? Yeah, that's the best. Okay. So can you say hiring a years helps you stay disciplined? Yes, it do. It do. That's what I was saying. I just applied that to my training, and I put the same discipline in. Because it's plenty of days when I want to go to the shop and open that motherfucker up, but I get up and do it like the last 6 months. We was up, spring and summer hours, right? We was open from 11 in the morning to 10 at night. I used to have to be up every day at 6. I was up at 6 o'clock every day for the past 6 months. Make sure I get in that motherfucker because I gotta prep. I gotta turn on the warmers. I gotta turn on the fryers and all that shit. So I just can't get there at 11 o'clock and open the doors and be ready to go. You know, I gotta get in there before we open the doors. So when we open the doors, we ready to go. You know what I'm saying? Everything hot, everything ready to sell. You know what I'm saying? Somebody might be right there when I open the door. Sometimes they not. But you always gotta be prepared, expect the unexpected. So yeah, I did that for 6 months. Then I do all that prep and I come back home, train. Sometimes train in the shop while I'm doing something else and then killing two birds with one stone. And then I'll be in there serving people for the next 11 hours. You know what I'm saying? Did that shit for 6 months straight. On the days when I ain't feel like doing it, on the days when I felt like doing it, I just made that shit happen. You know what I'm saying? Period. I just made it happen. And I apply that to my training too. Days I don't feel like doing it, I still get up and do it. So can you say, how did your diet change? I don't know much about weight loss. How did my diet change? I just tried to start eating clean, and I really didn't. I counted calories at first because I really didn't know nothing about calories, so I would start counting my calories. But after eating the same thing for so long, you kind of start knowing about how many calories you eat. So I basically ate clean. I still was eating a lot, but I was in calorie deficit because when you eating clean, whole foods, it's hard to like eat past your base. It's real hard to eat past your base. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody can eat 30 ounce or 20 ounce fucking steak. You know what I'm saying? The most you probably don't eat is about maybe 10 or 12 ounces of steak, maybe 14 at the most. You know what I'm saying? That's eating a lot. You know what I'm saying? So I just tried to stay eating whole foods. I had left the sugars alone, the carbs alone, starches. I left a lot of shit alone when I first started. Now I don't really worry about that shit too much. I still eat my own. I don't motherfuckers like but demonize food like carbs and starches and shit like that. I don't. It's just when I eat certain foods, like when I eat carbs, if I'm gonna eat some bread, if I'm gonna eat me a cheeseburger, I make sure that's about all I'm gonna eat in that day. I just try not to overdo it. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. You know, fries and shit like that, fried food, fried chicken. I eat that shit, but I don't eat that shit often. I eat that. I might eat some fried foods every few weeks or something like that, once a month or something. You know what I'm saying? I try not to overdo that shit. You know what I'm saying? But I do eat my chocolate covered peanuts and I do eat my chocolate covered raisins. Just about every night. I just don't eat a lot of them. I ain't gonna sit there and eat no 3, 4 Snickers. I ain't gonna eat no king size Snicker and shit. I'm gonna get a regular Snicker and that's what I'm gonna eat. You motivate us, hell yo, G. I just saw a fast sloppy 47-year-old. Oh, appreciate it. Hey, I appreciate that trajectory, Chad. I appreciate that. Julian, what time is it there? And trajectory, what time? Ain't you in trajectory change? You in where you at, trajectory? You in Florida, right? If I ain't mistaken. I ain't gonna forget. Tell me where you at this. I ain't gonna forget it no more. It's 10th. Oh, okay, NYC. That's right. You. I forgot you in the calisthenics capital right there. Yeah, you in the calisthenics capital over there. That's what's up. Yeah, man. Yeah, that's what I came out here to do, man. Just that was my whole purpose. Start my YouTube channel. I have 28 over there in Canada. That's what's up. Facts. That's what yeah, that's the calisthenics capital. You know what I'm saying? Now the weightlifting capital, I'm gonna say that's California. I'm gonna say that they be on calisthenics over there too, but I like y'all be over there in New York, man. Shit, all over that motherfucker. The Bronx, the Queen, all everywhere. Y'all got calisthenics park all through that motherfucker. I gotta drive 20, 30 minutes to the closest calisthenics park. Yeah, they be having weights in their front yard. But what I was saying, uh, damn, lost my train of thought and shit. Yeah, but motherfuckers feel like when they get older, they can just let themselves go. I was like that. I was like, fuck, I don't give a fuck. And then I'll start having a little money too. Shit, I ain't give no fuck. Shit. If I want to go pay for some ass, I can pay for some ass. Hey, because if you got money, a female don't give a fuck how you look, how fat you are, how ugly you are, how short you are, how tall you. They don't give a fuck. If you got some money, you can hit. Straight up, that's real talk. Yeah, they going. You got a little change. If they just think you got a little change, man, you can hit. So I started getting a little money, but they wasn't even about that with me because I've been stopped cheating on my wife and shit. But I'm like shit. I'm getting a little money, you know. I got cars, I got clothes, I got jewelry, I got married, kids, but fuck this shit. Fuck, I ain't giving no fuck about it. My aesthetic look, you know what I'm saying? Shit, I barely went to the motherfucking barber shop. That's what I was saying too, man. Yeah, it's good. It took a lot of work to get to this point, though. You know what I'm saying? I want to get past the good life. I want to go to the high life. You know what I'm saying? I want to go to the high life, man. Y'all get a chance to go back. I was told a few of my goals. You know what I'm saying? I set myself. I was telling people about the Les Brown quote. A lot of people don't know that come from Les Brown. Say, aim for the moon, but if you fall short, at least you're amongst the stars. So I set my goals real, real high. Real, real high. So even if I don't get there, I'm going to be somewhere close to it. It's time to see me in a jet. Hey, I don't know about no jet, but I definitely, when I fly first class. When I fly first class, straight up. Delta first class. We don't be on no spirits. We don't be on no frontier, whatever that shit called. Now, I don't know about no jets, man. The motherfuckers cost to fly, man. The motherfuckers who be giving them jets and shit, all your favorite celebrities and rappers and athletes and shit, man. Them motherfuckers be just to rent a jet to go from California to New York costs about fucking 30 racks, 20, 30 racks and shit, depending on the plane flying. That shit costs. And the buy jet, shit, you talking about tens of millions. I wouldn't even waste my money on that type of shit. I'd just go fly first class. You know, if I become a decadent or something like that, wish I would be at war. That 100 millionaire type shit status, man, I wouldn't waste my money. I'd just fly first class. That's all. Yeah, now if I was to do that, that's what I'd do. I'll rent that shit, and then I'll fly that motherfucker off other motherfucking expenses. You know what I'm saying? You hit it right on the head, trajectory challenge. Yeah, that's how you got to look at everything. Everything, asset. You ain't you every you can go buy some shit that ain't gonna be, you know. But once you get to a certain level, just about everything you get, except your drawers and t-shirts, gonna be an asset. Like this motherfucking Gucci. Shit, I can go sell this motherfucker right back. I probably ain't gonna get what I paid for it. They just go for like $600 or something. But I definitely go get four, at least four for it. I could take this motherfucker to the pawn shop and get $300-400 for it. It ain't necessary for asset. You know what I'm saying? But when you get to a certain level, the shit you buy, you can definitely get you some money back off that shit. You know what I'm saying? Right. You gotta look at everything particularly as a green for some way, somehow. Yeah, everything. That's what I was talking about, like my cars and shit. My wife always tell me to put my shit on tour, but I'm like, I don't know fucking drive my shit. But I definitely could rent my shit if I want to. You know what I'm saying? I definitely could rent my shit. It's everything. Yeah. Yeah. I didn't even see it like that. When you put it there, that makes sense. But yeah, if I ever get to them tens, and twenties, and thirties, and forties, and fifties, $100 million type range shit, I don't know if I can still do that. But that's what I plan on doing. I want a motherfucking vacation home. I want a vacation home in the Caribbean, somewhere down there in the tropics in the U.S. territory. I want a private beach. I want a home on the private beach. You know what I'm saying? A vacation, and then I might Airbnb that motherfucker for them little 2-3 months. After them 2-3 months, I go and just chill in that motherfucker, my feet kicked up. The rest of the year, I Airbnb that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Definitely. Facts. You know that, right. Gotta look at where a ride on that expenses. Yeah, yeah. That's how you do that shit. That's how you do that shit. That's how you do that shit. Just like it's like property or something. You know what I'm saying? Shit. I got two properties and shit. They both just duplexes and shit. They just 2 stories and shit. But they pay for themselves. And plus they bring in a few extra racks. And, you know what I'm saying? Every now and then I gotta take that little money and go and I got 20-year mortgages. I don't got that 30-year shit, none of that shit, 25, 30 years shit. And I only got about 10 more years on. Once you pay them motherfuckers off, then that's when you start seeing some money on this shit. And both of my properties in up and coming neighborhoods. Like I got one in Woodline, and then I got another in England. So it's like in Chicago, anybody know Chicago, Woodline used to England would always kind of been, but they started gentrifying that. So the up and coming motherfuckers gonna be paying money for the motherfuckers. So, you know, man, I don't know about properties in the motherfuckers for like $350,000 range. Shit, 10 more years, them motherfuckers gonna be probably going for $1 million. Some shit, some way up there, 800 at least. But my plan is after another 5 years, 6, 7 years, If God willing, I'm still around, I'm gonna pay them motherfuckers off. I'm gonna pay them motherfuckers off. So I can kill that interest, you know what I'm saying? And the thing difference between the 20-year mortgage and the 30-year mortgage is only a couple of $100. People be giving them big ass more, even like car notes and shit, which I don't do. I don't do the car note shit. If I can't pay for that motherfucking cash, I don't need it. But motherfucker stretch their car notes out to 7, 9 years. They got up to like 9-year car notes now and shit. And just to get a lower payment. In reality, you only paying motherfucking a few $100 less. You know what I'm saying? And but your interest still the same over that long 10-year period, like say from 20 years to 30 years in the house mortgage, that interest because mostly when you cars and motherfucking houses different because they don't depending on where you stay and how you keep it up, they don't appreciate. They appreciate. Cars will always appreciate. So the motherfuckers be by the time you pay 30 years on the crib, man, you gonna pay for that motherfucking house 3 times. Say the house costs 300,000, and you got a 30-year more. After 30 years, man, you done paid them close to $1 million for that motherfucker. Same with the motherfucking cars, man. They be getting your ass and shit. And a lot of people don't know that shit. You know, car notes and house notes and all that shit, credit and all that shit. That shit came around in like I'm gonna say like the 60s, something like that. And they did that shit because cars wasn't said credit wasn't even existing before like the 60s, early 60s, something like that shit came about. But it came about with cars. And that's because people wasn't buying cars like this. So they like, okay, let's come up with this thing where they pay a little interest. You give them the car and they pay on the month. Next thing you know, mortgages came out. They came the mortgage game, then they came the credit card game and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? All that shit. And it's, I can understand like, like credit cards and mortgages, even car notes and shit. But it's levels. You know what I'm saying? Once you start getting to certain levels, man, you got to start moving away from all that shit. That shit used is meant for you to use to level up, not for you to make a lifestyle off of. And that's what people be fucking the game up. They be living off mortgages, living off condos, living off credit cards. You know what I'm saying? That's not what it's meant for. You almost in the same position as a motherfucker living on Section 8 and EBT and shit. You know what I'm saying? That shit that have your ass stuck. And that's another thing, man. You get your business. Do not open your fucking business with no fucking credit. Do not open a business with no fucking credit. That shit will have you fucked up. Because guess what? If that motherfucker fold, guess what? You're gonna still owe that motherfucking money. Do not open you no business with no fucking credit. I done seen it happen to motherfuckers. You still owe that motherfucking money. So just start off with what you got. It don't take a lot, depending on what you open. It don't take a lot, how you started out. Like say a barbershop. Motherfuckers are opening a barbershop who are abusing with motherfucking credit. Buying the chairs, fuck that. How about get you a storage space, buy you a chair here, buy you some, if you open the salon, buy you a fucking the hair dryer, set up chair or whatever. And you buy it little by little. You keep them motherfuckers in storage till you ready to pop open, man. You know what I'm saying? Everybody be wanting this shit to happen overnight, man. Like me, I'm thinking about opening up a laundry, man. But I'm not finna go motherfucking get no business loan to buy a bunch of washing machines and dryers and shit. I'm gonna get me a storage unit and I'm gonna buy them boys little by little. I was gonna open a shoe spot. I was gonna open up a shoe store. You know what I'm saying? In the hood. But you know what I reason I didn't do that shit? Because these motherfuckers be smashing and grabbing. They already, over the past few weeks, I'm gonna say they already done hit like 3 Foot Lockers. They'll ram a con back of the door late at night. Boom. Running that motherfucker and just take every motherfucking thing out of it. And I seen a dude in
Memphis. He had like an exotic shoe store. They just kept breaking in the shit, breaking and shit. Take 30, 40, $50,000 losses every time they break in that. But I'm like, I ain't fucking with that shit. Because motherfuckers don't know how to act when you do it, man. They don't know how to treat their shit. That's why gentrification ain't a bad thing. That's why motherfuckers food deserts and all the motherfuckers want to go rob all the grocery store. They want everything motherfuckers think they can steal, they gonna steal and shit. That's why most of black communities are motherfucking food deserts. It ain't no restaurants, ain't no motherfuckers, ain't no clothes stores, no shoe stores, because every time motherfuckers put shit in the neighborhoods, motherfuckers steal, break, steal into shit, just always stealing this shit, man. You can't never build up your community and shit. That's why when I open my shop, I ain't put no ATM in my shop. I ain't put no ATM machine in my shop. They'll break in your fucking shop just to steal the ATM machine. I think loans used the right way is good. Yeah. They meant to uplift. They meant to uplift. But me, personally, I wouldn't fuck with it. But they definitely meant to uplift. If you use them right, you can make that shit happen for real. But don't fuck it off. And just like credit cards and shit, man, motherfuckers be fucking that shit up. So, facts. You ain't not. What type of brick and mortar business you think are good investments? To me, it's a bunch of them. It's a bunch of, whatever you put your mind to, it'll work. But to me, motherfuckers always got to eat. But that's the hardest thing to do is keep the restaurant running. Get to that point where it's walking on its own. I was talking about that earlier in my life when I was training because that's my goal. That's one of my goals. That's how I look at my shop. My shop is just a baby, and I'm just nurturing right now. I'm trying to get her to be able to walk on her own. You know what I'm saying? Like a baby, you baby, you crawl and you walk, and now you running and shit. Well, until your whatever your brick and mortar business is, until it's running on its own, you in that motherfucker. You doing a job of 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 motherfuckers sometimes. You know what I'm saying? This summer alone, I probably did a job about 3, 4 people at least. Some days it was 5, 6 people. You know what I'm saying? I'm mopping floors. I'm still mopping and sweeping to this day. I got a little guy to come in and mop and sweep for, but when he don't show up, I gotta do that shit. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna keep doing that shit till I can actually pay a motherfucker to do it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm actually at that point where I can and I can hire more people and shit like that. But why? I'm still able. I'm making the because you gotta also take when it comes to when you selling merchandise and you deal with cash, you also gotta you forget you gotta put the cost of death in your shit. The cost of death. You know what I'm saying? So let's say a McDonald's for instance. You're gonna have a motherfucker come in there and take $10, $20 out the register every day. You're gonna have a motherfucker steal a cheeseburger or order fries every day. You're gonna have a motherfucker steal a drink every day. That's just a part of the game. You know what I'm saying? I can't even imagine what a McDonald's death cost is a year. Like a Walmart. I guarantee like a Walmart in a busy maybe because most Walmarts is in low class neighborhoods, you know what I'm saying? Lower middle class neighborhoods. You ain't gonna see too many Walmarts in no motherfucking high class neighborhoods and shit. But guarantee they should be in the millions a year. A year. And it's hard to have enough profit margins to hire good. Yeah, exactly. That too. So you gotta manage your shit yourself. But when you get that motherfucker moving, when you get it moving, you can start stepping away. You can be able to afford to take the death losses and leave the things some good good management help, you know what I'm saying? Get you a good, program in order for that, as far as like benefits and shit like that. A lot of motherfuckers sleep on McDonald's managers. Like it's some McDonald's like just regular store managers probably bringing in 50, 60 racks. Don't be like no regional or district manager. You probably up in the low 100,000s. Motherfucker be sleep on there. You can move up in McDonald's. You can go from a cashier to a fucking district manager. You know what I'm saying? With no fucking college degree. You're stealing from stores, man. That's why motherfuckers like you'll see a store opening in your neighborhood, grocery store or something, or Walmart or something. Next thing you know, that motherfucker gone. Target, shit like that, that should be gone. You open one day and be gone the next and shit. Cause motherfuckers be stealing. And the profit the math don't be math. It don't be adding up. So if they ain't making no money, they gonna close. They gonna close. They'll take a few losses. They'll take a few losses in a few years. But over a matter of time, when this shit don't be making no money, they take more losses than what they profiting, man, they gonna shut that motherfucker down. Motherfuckers be thinking gentrification is a bad thing. Gentrification is not a bad thing, man. It's not. That shit builds your fucking community. Everything go up when restaurants open up, when grocery stores open up, and that shit sustained. Motherfucking property value goes up in the neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers don't understand that. That's why you got hoods every fucking way. You got ghettos every fucking way. I don't care where you going to, we gonna have hoods and ghettos every fucking way, especially in America. You know what I'm saying? Because motherfuckers don't understand the economics. They don't understand the economics of retail stores and grocery stores and the neighborhoods. The value brings. You know what I'm saying? That's why you go downtown in most cities. It costs like a motherfucker to live downtown. Why? Because when you bring in certain business, the prices gonna go up to keep the bullshit out. That's how you keep trash out your neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? You keep your neighborhood up. You ain't gotta worry about that shit. The neighborhood I live in, man, you walk down this motherfucker right now with a hood and a mask on. I guarantee you, people gonna be pulling up on your ass. These motherfuckers call. There's somebody sitting in their windows right now. It's 9:48 Eastern Time. There's somebody sitting in their window right now watching. And I live in a diverse neighborhood. There's white and black people over here. And motherfuckers wave at each other. They speak to each other. It's watch clubs. When we first moved over here, man, they sent me a sheet of paper with all my neighbors' names on there and where they work, what they do for a living, and asked us to add ourselves to it. You know what I'm saying? And put our numbers on there every time. I remember one day I was at the shop and my neighbor calls like, it looked like somebody going in y'all garage. Somebody jumped out back fence and going in y'all garage and shit. Like, that's how we got around this motherfucker. When I was growing up, I ain't know nothing about this type of living and shit. You know what I'm saying? Straight up, I ain't know these communities like this and shit. You know what I'm saying? This real life shit, man. That's why you get a lot of that racial profiling type shit going on. You see on the internet, you see a black motherfucker walking through a white motherfucking neighborhood, they be on their ass and shit. They be like, they racist and shit. Yeah, a lot of times. And there ain't no such thing as racist. The only people who be racist somebody who got the power to make all this money to stop you from doing something. You know what I'm saying? They just be prejudiced. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of times, man, that just be motherfuckers watching them like, what you want? But they shouldn't do that. You know what I'm saying? What they should do is, we feel like something suspect, we call them people, man, and let them deal with them motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? You don't approach them motherfuckers on no prejudice shit. But you post a profile, you post a stereotype, man. If you don't profile, you don't stereotype, man, your ass a fool. Fuck that. I'm stereotyping every motherfucker. You ain't finna walk up on me with no motherfucking hood on and no mask on your face and shit. And I'm gonna be sitting there like, that's cool. People wear hoods and masks every day. I never get used to that shit. When I was coming up, if you had a fucking mask on, that means you was gonna do some dirt. Now all of a sudden, Motherfuckers can walk up on you with a mask and you comfortable with it. Hell no. I'm looking like that. I'm clutching, motherfucker. Fuck this motherfucker walking up on me, man. I'm clutching, like, you know what I'm saying? Straight up. On my shop, on my door, that shit say no mask allowed. Fuck that shit. They will never make me comfortable with a motherfucker walking up on me with a mask on. Crazy. Yeah, I'm stereotyping, man. I'm profiling. I'm doing all that shit. Straight up. You know, I'd rather be hey, y'all see that Get Rich or Die Trying in the 50s. What's the dude? Terrence Howard was like, when I'm right, I'm wrong. When I'm wrong, I'm right. What's the time when I'm right, I'm wrong. If I'm not wrong, I'm right. How the fuck he said that shit? That's how I'd rather be. I'd rather be wrong than not right, motherfucker. Shit. So I would always be on point. Like, fuck that shit. I'm watching motherfuckers' ass. Motherfuckers be on bullshit. Straight up. Motherfuckers in hell, that motherfucker hit different. Yeah, this that vintage Cameroon right there. Hey Chuck, man. Yeah, I hit that motherfucker a little too deep. You know, these big boy cigars, you go to a puff them. That motherfucker went deep right there. Damn, that motherfucker hit. Gave me a little buzz on that one. Real, I felt that shit instant. But yeah, man. Yeah, I just wanted to get on here and chop it up, man. It took a while to get a couple of y'all in here, chop it up with some boy, but I just wanted to pop a little shit, you know, and let motherfuckers know, man. I took that street shit. I was in the streets for a long time. I took that shit and I said, I'm going to open me a business. And I applied everything I did for the streets to my business. Everything. Everything. Same aggressive approach. You know what I'm saying? The mentality, the flip. You know what I'm saying? And the doubling up. Trying to get from a 8 ball to a motherfucking kilo. You know what I'm saying? The same approach. I opened my shit up with $1,500 like an 8 ball. It was like I caught me an 8 ball. And I went from 40 to 50 a year gross. To damn near, I ain't even finished this year out. And I'm damn near the mid 400s. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm taking that shit, man. Like my nigga Pop said, I took that little bit they gave me and I doubled up and I doubled up and I keep on doubling up till these motherfuckers kill me. Have the hoods come to me. Man, it's a lot of conspiracies on how the hoods came to be. But I believe the first thing came is when they it's a few things. When you get a chance, you like to read, Julie, read what's his name? Thomas Sowell. Thomas Sowell. Thomas Sowell. His last name spelled Sowell. Thomas Sowell. He talked about how like they used to be able to work when you wanted to work. If you was 10 years old, you wanted a job, they could hire you. Then they made it 16, right? Why would you make it 16? They made it 16 around the drug era, the heroin, the cocaine, the crack era. They made it 16. Okay, now you're 15 years old. You want to buy you some shoes. You want to get your job. You got to wait till you're 16. So what you going to return to the streets? And then he's talking about how like welfare. Motherfuckers used to get up and go to work. They created welfare. You could sit at home. But to have welfare, you had to get this dude out your house. You couldn't get no welfare check. You had a husband. So now motherfuckers ain't getting married. You know what I'm saying? So now they done took the father out the motherfucking house. You get Section 8, you can't have no husband. Now the motherfuckers ain't getting married. Now motherfuckers living off Section. You know what I'm saying? And now you got the crackhead, you got the drugs in the neighborhood. They done drop drugs off. Then they drop guns off. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of conspiracies to that, man. And, you know, maybe they true. The thing about it is we all got choices. We all got choices. You know what I'm saying? So they could put some poison in front of you and they could say rat poison. But it's your choice. You gonna eat that rat poison or you gonna push that shit to the side? I don't want no rat poison. So so it's a lot of conspiracies on how hoods was created, ghettos was created, fatherless homes was created. You know what I'm saying? How the drugs got into the neighborhoods, how the guns got into the neighborhoods, the illegal guns and shit like that. I'm not against guns. You know what I'm saying? I'm against the illegal guns. You know what I'm saying? I'm not against stand your ground type shit. I'm not with all that liberal bullshit. You know, I got a conservative mindset. You know what I'm saying? I'm on the God side. You know what I'm saying? And conservative mindset is more to God. I'm not with all that liberal shit, but we still got choices, man. Everybody got choices. You know? Everybody got a decision to make. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's bad or good. And remember, your choices, your decisions, create your, create the life you're gonna live. You know what I'm saying? And it's some decisions, bad decisions that you can't come from out of, and then there's some choices and bad decisions that you can learn from and do better next time. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, when it comes down to it though, Julian, it's all about motherfucking choices. It's all about choices. Fuck conspiracies, you know what I'm saying? And fuck the conspiracies, because when it comes down to it, it's all about fucking choices. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I don't really get caught up. I don't go down all rabbit holes, you know what I'm saying? That shit'll drive you crazy, you know what I'm saying? I live my life based on trying to make the best choices, and how I do that is how the choice I'm gonna make right now, how is that gonna affect me and my family today and tomorrow, negative or positive. And that's how I make my choices. And I see that badass girl walking down the street, and I know I roll up on her, man, and that 550 GLS and flip up on her and like, what's up, short? You know what I'm saying? Jump out, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think about my wife, you know what I'm saying? Now, when I was younger, I was thinking on my lower self, you know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers talk about shopping. I was all the way down to the bottom shopper, you know what I'm saying? I let that motherfucker lead my whole motherfucking life when I was in the streets. You know what I'm saying? That was a lot of times, like, I used to have to figure out how I was gonna re-up on my motherfucking dope money and shit, because I would spend my motherfucking re-up money on motherfucking hotels and drinks and kicking it with this motherfucker trying to get a piece of shit. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I used to let my lower self dictate my moves and shit, but I don't do that no more. I don't be chasing the motherfuckers and shit. That shit don't be worth it when it comes down to it. Doing something illegal, something that's gonna take me away from my family, something that's gonna take my freedom away, something that's gonna take me away from getting up and walking to my refrigerator and getting me something out when I want to, something taking me away from going out on my motherfucking patio and kicking my feet up, you know what I'm saying? Man, I ain't going with that shit, man. I'm not going with that shit. Listen, just stay focused, y'all. Choices, all about choices, man. Choices and decisions, man. Good choices, bad choices. Good decisions, bad decisions, man. It's all on you. Self accountability, man. Self accountability. We ain't gonna point the finger at nobody. Ain't nobody hold you back. You know what I'm saying? That's what my man Tupac said. Ain't nobody holding you back. You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't nobody holding you back. Motherfuckers be, I see it's the difference between the winner and the loser, man. Is a winner talk about what he made it out of. You know what I'm saying? The loser talk about what he going through. You know what I'm saying? It's a difference. You know what I'm saying? The winner talk about being victorious. The loser talk about being a victim. You know what I'm saying? They be just crying all the time. And I played victim. You know, I played loser. I ain't even gonna say I played out. I was in that life because I ain't know no better. But once I knew better, everything changed. You know what I'm saying? But it starts with the mind, though. You gotta be transformed. Be transformed by the renewing of your mind. You know what I'm saying? Once you renew your mind, man, things change. Once you put away the childish things, man, then you start thinking like a man. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I did. That's how I move around. That's how I move around now. I put away the childish things, man, and started with the renewing of my mind. You know? That's what put me in the position I am now. Well, I'm in the position I'm in now is a position can catapult me into a way higher level, a better position. So that's what I'm on, man. You know what I'm saying? Trying to take this shit as far as I fucking can. Can't nothing hold me back. Nobody and nothing. You know what I'm saying? Only motherfucker who can stop me is God and me. That's it. But I got God for me, and I got me for me. So ain't no stopping me. You know what I'm saying? I'm taking this shit as far as I can go. You know what I'm saying? That's another reason I'm glad I train and I try to stay mobile and active and shit. You know what I'm saying? So I can have the strength, you know what I'm saying? To keep going forward as hard as I can. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, God willing, I'm here in another 5-10 years, boy. Man, it's gonna be totally different, man. Totally different. I'm telling you, I'm gonna be talking to y'all, man, from Puerto Rico I'm gonna be talking to y'all from Puerto Rico or St. Thomas, some motherfucker with. I'm gonna be in the tropics with a motherfucking private motherfucking villa with my private beach and shit. Don't let nothing hold you back, you. Nothing. And you go for that shit, man. Like you say, you reading, keep on reading, keep on reading. And you keep on trying to figure out what it is you want to do, what you want to start up. And then you take that little bit you got and you apply that shit. What does PR trajectory change? What does PR mean? Oh yeah, Puerto Rico, yeah. That's my spot, man. I got this resort me and my wife be going to out there now, better motherfucker. And that's why I got the idea of a fucking private home on the beach. Because in the resort in the villa on the resort it's a private beach on the resort, but whoever owns the resort, they own this whole strip of land. It's probably about 2 miles long. And it's like these big, beautiful ass houses. So it's a private beach. So when you're walking on the beach, you just look back and you just see these big, beautiful ass cribs with swimming pools and in the front lawn and shit on the roof and shit like that. Glass ass hurricane glass windows up and shit like the motherfuckers are so beautiful, man. I think the cheapest one I seen was like, you know, my wife, she is the mortgage guy, so she looked straight up like, motherfuckers. Man, I think the cheapest one like 13 million, some shit. You know what I'm saying? And then they had this building, it was a condo building sitting there too. It's probably about 5 or 6 floors high. And then on the top floors, the 2 floors, that motherfucker, the penthouse and shit, big ass pool on the roof and shit, that motherfucker. I think each one of the condo floors, I think the one on the first floor was like the cheapest. That motherfucker was running like 7 million just for a condo in that motherfucking shit. The one on the top, the penthouse, it didn't have no somebody owned that motherfucker because it wasn't telling you the price. It was saying it was listed and shit. But I gotta imagine if the one on the first floor was like 7, that motherfucking penthouse was probably about 30 million. Somebody owned that motherfucker though. And I seen somebody up there. There was a lady and this dude up there. They up there chilling and shit. And I think one night I seen there was like a group of people there and shit. And rich motherfuckers probably like few their friends in and some shit. You know that highlight shit. That's that highlight shit I was talking about. That's the highlight. That's the real shit. We think we doing it. You know, we walk around we see our favorite rappers and athletes and shit, man. The motherfuckers who get real money, you don't see them, you don't know them motherfuckers. You probably downtown some motherfucker went passed up a motherfucking billionaire. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucking 100 millionaire game and shit. You know what I'm saying? You done walk past this motherfucker and shit. Don't even know this type of money this motherfucker fucking with. You know what I'm saying? You know, It's levels to the struggle, man. It's levels to the shit, man. And motherfuckers don't be doing it because we be in these around these certain people, man, all our lives. We think that this is what this is as high as it can get. You know what I'm saying? For us, but in reality, there's no limit to this shit. There's no ceiling to this shit. It's just motherfuckers create ceilings for themselves. You know what I'm saying? It's really no limit to this shit, man. You can take this shit as high as it can, as high as it, and as hard as you can go. It depends on how bad you want it. You know what I'm saying? It depends on how bad you want it. And it all starts in the mind. And you gotta understand it's a process too. You know what I'm saying? Some people born with it, but I wasn't born with it. I don't know about y'all, but I ain't gonna let that shit stop me. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna let that shit stop me. And my children weren't born with it. But hey, they children might be. You know what I'm saying? If I keep going hard enough, I could change the whole just the trajectory. I could change the whole trajectory of my grandchildren's lives, my great grandchildren, my great. I ain't even here no more. You know, you used to go see these businesses and shit. They be saying, established in 1895, established in 1905. These motherfuckers who established that shit and put in the groundwork, they ain't even here no more. They ain't here no more. But somebody eating off that plate. Somebody still eating off that plate. You know what I'm saying? And that's how you gotta think about this shit. If you just living for yourself, it's just all about keeping in. You ain't gonna never get there. You gotta start thinking past you. I love your name. Trajectory change. You know what I'm saying? You gotta change the whole trajectory of your motherfucking circumstances. You know what I'm saying? Make it a whole other outcome. Motherfucker looking at you like, you know, that's why I don't fuck with motherfuckers, man, straight up. You know what I'm saying? And I know a lot of motherfuckers out here, man. A lot of motherfuckers. I know a lot of motherfuckers in Chicago. I could run the streets every day with a different person for a year straight. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of motherfuckers, but motherfuckers ain't going in the same direction. I don't got time for that shit, man. Straight up. I ain't got time for the foolishness, man. I talked to a guy a few days ago. He does semen work. He said he runs around 10% profit, so he raised his prices by 10%. And then over double his profit, lost some bad clients, plus double the profit. Yeah, that's the game, man. That's the game. That's the game. No doubt, no doubt, Jeff. Yeah, that sound like, hey, the motherfuckers sleep on vocational work. Motherfuckers sleep on trade work. Man. There's millionaires in the games, man. There's millionaires in the games, man. There's motherfucking millionaires that made millions off cutting up landscape work, man. Don't never look down on a motherfucker because you don't see the money, man. Don't never look, you don't know what this motherfucker working with, man. What you do is you go over there, you inquire, you ask questions, try to figure shit out. Never know, man. Never know. These motherfuckers making money out here, man. It's money to be made, man. They print money every fucking day, man. What they can't print is time, man. So don't just be fucking off your time, man. Make sure, man, you putting in some work every day, man. You give a fuck, man. If you collect them motherfucking cans, man, make them motherfuckers add up. Straight up. So you could fucking take it to another level, man. Everybody gotta start somewhere. Remember that shit. Once you get that shit in your mind, everybody gotta start somewhere, man. You'll never like envy or be jealous of anybody getting to it, man. Never. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with training, man. I don't never get on the internet and see somebody training. Like, damn, I wish I could do that. But damn, my body don't look like that and shit like that. Man, hell no, man, I don't compare myself to nobody. Because I'm always keeping my mind. This motherfucker had to start somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got to start somewhere. Remember that shit, man. Everybody. Don't compare your life to nobody's, man. You just motherfucker go get to yours, man. Straight up. I don't even talk to people, man. I saw this clip in 50 seconds. If you ain't on shit, I don't even want to talk to you, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even want to talk to you. You know what I'm saying? So, like, motherfuckers come to my business. They ain't got no business. I mean, like, you should do this and do that. I'll be like, you should go open your own shit. Like, I use a certain jalapeno peppers in my shop. The girl coming there about a week ago and said, you should get these peppers. Girl, I've been using these peppers for 9 years. And motherfuckers love my shit. And you come in just because you don't like me, you want me to change my whole game. Nah, you know what I'm saying? That's another thing. Everybody, you know what I'm saying? It like, motherfuckers be like, that food nasty. Ain't no food nasty. It's just some people like some shit a certain way, some people don't. You know what I'm saying? So you don't. It's just that's just how it is. Your jobs, construction, like most I did for the job, sales, construction, and carpentry. That's crazy because you put all of them together and motherfucking and blow up. Put all that shit together and blow up. You know what I'm saying? Everything started with a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So you can take that shit like you can go work for a motherfucker. So you can sales, you take that game and you apply that shit to your construction. You know what I'm saying? And so what you do? You take that shit, say you work in construction, you see like in college. So you using their tools. What you do? You go, they go buy you a hammer. You go buy you a sledgehammer. You know what I'm saying? You go buy you a motherfucking what's the the little the little construction trucks they got with the little haul on the front and shit where they be digging up the dirt or carrying rocks in or some shit. And then you put money away for that shit. It's little by little, man. We be thinking we gotta go just get all this shit at one time, but no, you just start stacking on shit, and one day you just pop out like I'm ready. Let's go get it. You know what I'm saying? That's how you do it, man. Straight up. I ain't sitting around like, man, I can't open this business, so I got fucking $100,000 something. Well, that shit would never happen. I just took that little bit I had, bought me a little stock. Man, I still got the motherfuckers in there. 9 years later, I got some chairs from the thrift shop. I painted the motherfuckers with the B&B logo on that motherfucker. They still in there. I got tape on the bottom of the motherfuckers and shit. I don't give a fuck about aesthetics, man. You know what I'm saying? I give a fuck about quality. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to my shop. Now, eventually, I'm gonna motherfucker transform them motherfuckers. When I start franchising and all that shit, then I'll start thinking about the aesthetics. Now, I got a little money to play with, but I ain't gonna go drop a whole bunch of money on aesthetics and then I got fucking bad quality ass food. I want my shit to be top shelf. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers don't come in my shop for the aesthetics. Motherfuckers come in my shop for the quality. A motherfucker open up a little candy store next door to me. I'm talking about literally next door to me. He had Italian beefs, nachos, all that shit. Motherfuckers coming down. Motherfuckers coming down like, man, you think about your competition. I don't got no, my only competition is me. I don't got no competition. I'm telling you, this motherfucker opened this bitch up about a month ago, y'all. That motherfucker was closed in a week. Closed in a week. Motherfucker walked right past that motherfucker. Come to me. Why? They going to the quality, man. When I go get my stock, man, everything comes from the top shelf. That's what I was telling no girl about the pepper. She like, I like everything in here quality, always top shelf. She was like, but these better though, these better something like. So I say you don't think it's a difference between top shelf and lower shelf? She was like, nah. I'm like, yeah, okay. You don't buy expensive drinks, you know what I'm saying? Shit, it's a difference between that motherfucking Paradise Hennessy and that regular Hennessy. I promise you, that motherfucking regular Hennessy, you'll see that shit from bottom shelf in the account in the counter and shit. But that motherfucking Paradise be on the back, on the top shelf, probably behind some glass type shit. It's a difference for sure from the top shelf and the bottom shelf. So I've been in here chopping it up though, man. I gotta get out of here now, man. I love y'all, man. Y'all stay positive, man. Shout out to Julian, Trajectory Change, man. I appreciate y'all coming in there. And I'm gonna try to do these lives a little more often, man. But shout out to y'all, man. Y'all stay positive. One love, man. Glory be to God. As you all the time. Stay positive, man. To your people down. We out. One love. Hey, one more thing though, Julie. Seems fucking slow. On this space, man. That's all part of the game, man. You open a restaurant, guess what? Inspectors gonna come in there. The bill don't you gonna be permits. You know what I'm saying? Gonna be fucking licenses and shit. All that shit comes with the game, man. No rush, man. Just do what you gotta do, all right, man? I love you, Julian, man. Stay positive, man. I'm telling you. And when you get there, man, you better not forget about me. Shout out my name, man. We out. Glory be to God.